Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to my garden, and it is lovely spring day here, March 2022. I just wanted to show you the beautiful Jane magnolia that we have. It is in bloom, and it just burst into bloom actually this week. These cool little pods just pop out, and they look super neat. Anyway, let's go check things out. We've got some golden arborvitae. And I've got one of the David Austin roses that came here in early February, and I got it potted up, and this one is Eden. And anyway, that'll be blooming not too far in the future. Got some other things we've got to get planted into the ground, and happily, today was fence moving day. So anyway, just for a little bit, we're going to be keeping the fence, basically just using the panels that were already here. So my husband worked on taking them down this morning. He started about 8:30 or so, and it really opens up the yard. You know, it's kind of funny to think, you know, the yard was what, 15 feet across at the far end, I think, and now it'll be, you know, 20 feet basically, or a little less, 19 feet, I think, 4 foot. Anyway, but just thought we'd show you around real quick. It is kind of a mess with hoses here and there and unfinished brick projects and things, but at the same time, kind of have an idea of what's going on. We've got tulips coming out, more David Austin roses. I've got a, let's see, Tranquility. This one I think is, yeah, it's just a regular English rose. And I was gonna say I've got a bottle brush here, and that'll put on some bottles soon. I've got to get it in the ground. I'm going to soak everything really well tomorrow. Anyway, everything's looking good. We've got some things I've got to move out of this flower bed and move out into what will be flower beds along the fence out there. But now that that's, at least the posts are in, and we won't have to mess with anything, I can get in there and easily do that. So anyway, just a quick little walkabout. Some things moving around. Of course, we got dead tree here, which is a shame. This was so beautiful when it started to bloom last year, and then it just never went anywhere. So that's a shame. It froze, and then it got hot and some issues. But anyway, this guy's doing good. We've got more David Austin roses over here. Got this heirloom rose also. It's doing well. Holly in the corner, and it's about almost time. As soon as the blooms start coming out on this hydrangea, the panicled hydrangea, I'll go ahead and I'll cut it back. I've got a smaller crepe myrtle, and I've got two of these. One's not blooming yet, but this one has already put out buds and seemed to weather the winter a little bit better. And anyway, so we're working on that. And yes, poor table fell apart. I'm still debating I should throw that thing out on the curb and just let somebody come pick it up. This David Austin I had wrapped the other day, so he's not too happy that I wrapped him, but it's a climber. And, oh, in fact, I forget what it is. Oh, shoot, did I even tag it? Oh, I didn't tag it. Ooh, that's not good, because I won't remember what the heck it was. So, anyway, I'll go figure it out. It's easy. I've got the receipt, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, this will go up here. And no, actually, I think this is, oh shoot, this is Mary Rose. Anyway, no, that's just shrub rose. Okay, the climber is actually over here in this corner. It's a little baby, and but it'll do well, and I thought it would be really nice as it climbs up through the back here. And sorry that we've got so much mess going on. This is, we were going to originally just continue with wood, and then we thought about it and we go, oh gosh, we get so much wind, and that was evident in the fence that was falling down, which is why we had to do it this weekend. Anyway, but yeah, you digress. But yeah, this will all climb up over here, and I think it'll look really beautiful in coming years. And the rose that I did put down here that you saw just a second ago, this guy, oh, there he is. Yeah, I did not show you this one. Let me pop in on here. This is, there we go, the Generous Gardener, which I have wanted, and it took a year to get it. But anyway, that's going to go up on this wall, and they get 12 to 15 feet, so it's going to be a monster, kind of like the Cecil Bruner that I had in California that I used to have over that one arbor. And if you look back at one of my very first pictures on my blog, frenchethereal.net. You'll see that I had a climber, and I had this massive rose that was on the top of it. And, you know, at 9 years old, it did beautifully every single year. So I'm really hopeful that being here on the heat side of the southern side of the house, that this should do really well. We've got some lovely little tulips down here, and they are all getting ready to burst into bloom. We've got a couple little green onions still left from winter, and they're doing well. I'll be able to use them. More tulips in the back there, and I know I'm kind of going back and forth here. I do have 3 nepeta from last year. I just left them in the ground here, further down, and then over that way somewhere. Hopefully they come back. We're hopeful, but yeah, so here we are. Take a look at the yard and see how much bigger it's gonna be. Really excited. We still have yet to finish the 2 end panels there. My husband kind of dog-proofed them, and I put up some things to keep him from scooting underneath, because that's what he likes to do. He's like, oh, I'm all excited now. I have something new to search. So anyway, we're trying to keep him from doing that. But anyway, so you can see just adding basically 3 feet, you know, 350 square foot basically, to the whole thing is gonna open up quite a bit. And I'm excited about that. And visually from the house, it just looks way bigger. So we're really excited about that. We talked to some of the neighbors today, and a lot of people came by and they waved while we were out working, and my husband worked really hard, I have to say. He got everything off the fences, and then of course he screws in most of the bolts, and I can kind of show you the bolts that we use. They're just lag bolts, but anyway, they're like 2 1/4 inches or something, lag bolts. But yeah, you just basically screw them in, and this wood is nice and dry, so it was actually really easy to move the panels. I was able to lift it on my end, and it wasn't an issue, so that was nice. But anyway, let me see. Yep, he put in extra stakes down here to keep Yoda from going to the light, because that's what he likes to do in the early morning. He heads out to the main road and tries to sneak out. So anyway, just an update on that. Here, where there's a 3-foot door now, or gate rather, we're gonna make it to a 4-foot, and that'll end up being really good. And at some point we'll put in another little shed in this section. I've seen one at Costco that I thought might actually work really well. So we'll have to pour a little cement pad and kind of raise up this back part here a little bit. Anyway, we're thinking that might actually work really well. It has little clear story windows and stuff, and I'll have to do a little blog post on that. But anyway, I think that would be a nice addition to right here, and that would just be somewhere, you know, where it was like 8 foot by I think 6 foot, so it wouldn't come in too far. It would come into about here, and then the gate would start. So, and we might push the gate a little bit this way. We were just talking about that yesterday. You know, maybe going this way towards, well, if I poke out around the outside, you'll see, and here's where our fence stopped before. But over there, we've got the little curb for the garden, so the gate may actually go right to that and then come out, which is fine. So it's easy for me to move my little bricks and stuff that I kind of started with. And that's it. But yeah, we've got some other bricks and things here that I can use for pavers. Got some more stuff to do that, what does he call it? Higgy? I forget. Higgy, you know, where you put logs and then you put compost and then you put your good dirt and stuff, and you try to make one of these troughs. But you put all the logs in the bottom, and then you put compost on top, and then you put your good dirt. Anyway, as you can see, mine's actually sunk down from about, I think it was about up about here. So it's come down a few inches over the winter. Not an issue. I've got more green onions in here, and I just mounded up some potatoes. In fact, you can see a little leaf coming out. He's popping out now, so the potatoes are growing. I'll water them again tomorrow. Got more green onions coming up, and just some regular red onions. I got a bag of red onions also, because I really prefer red onions to white onions myself. So, oh, in fact, you can see not all of them got planted really well. In fact, I will just tuck them down. Oh, got more green onions there. This little guy, yeah, in fact, you can kind of see him. Yeah. Anyway, we'll plunk him in the ground. It won't hurt anything to get them covered up. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited. So, anyway, as you can see, this is where the fence used to be, and this was basically right up against the back of the fence, and that's its former buddy. But anyway, I'll be able to back this up now a little bit, and you know, I might even actually, I was thinking, do I want it to keep it sideways or do I want to run it lengthwise? I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might keep it sideways and then just move it back, and I was going to get a second one to do some beans and some other stuff. I would put things, I really want to just have it on the ground, but you know what, doggone it, if we don't have those blasted red ants. And the red ants get it everywhere, and of course they love turned soil that's really fresh and lovely, and you know, and all that. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out. So anyway, there we are. There's tonight's walkabout, and let's come on back over here and I'll leave you with something pretty. Oh yeah, I guess I could show you what I look like. Kind of all a mess. My hair's plastered to the head, but I've got my favorite Bucky shirt on, and I got my cool cow boots. So yes, very fashionable. Got those little guys this winter. But anyway, let's leave you with a pretty picture of the garden. Our little bunny rabbit here. There he is, my favorite little guy. He's weathering nicely. And there you are. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon.